Oh, yeah. Are we there? Are we on? We live? Can you hear us? Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Good to see everyone. We are recording this. This is episode 22 of Heine House Live podcast, recording and streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv/the Heine House, of course. I'm saying all this is because this is going to be published as a audio and video podcast episode. So we're just going to go ahead and hop right into things. Of course, let's start off and just let everyone know we got this Stephanie in the house, and she's playing Diablo for us in a very fun and grindy setting. Steph, what are you doing in there tonight? Let everyone know what they're going to be watching, what they're going to be seeing, just to break down what's happening here. Oh, can't hear Steph. Oh, is your mic? Oh, did you not unmute your mic?
I forgot to unmute my mic.
Oh, I love it. This is great.
I
This
was
is just
talking the
how
entire time.
silent Steph. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. She forgot to unmute her mic in OBS. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm doing Diablo 3 just as a background to Jason's stream, just so there's something to, like, a visual to look at. But really, I'm doing this because I'm trying to grind out season. Hold on, let me bring it up. The season 17 gear. I want that pet. And I think there's only a couple weeks left. So.
So is it
I'm
you get all
trying to.
three of that, or is it you just get the pet?
You get all three. But
Oh, a threefer.
yeah, a threefer. But I am only at level 21, so I have a long ways to go. So I figured this would be a good excuse to start grinding.
I think so. I mean, we're going to be at least, I'd say an hour or so here. So this should be maybe not complete grindage, but enough to get some stuff done. So
Yeah. I like PoE too. I just haven't played much of it. But yeah, I'm not too keen on the Necromancer. I decided to go with him this this season, so forgive me. I'll probably make some noob errors.
well, that's okay. And if you're not making noob errors, then you're not living. So we're going to go ahead and just hop right into it. And, of course, I'm going to be engaging once in a while with the chat, saying hi and, just what we do. Because we're live. This is a lot of fun. Always a good time. But let me just scroll through just to welcome everyone into the show, of course. The homie Binary Ruse, Alric. Thank you for the cheers, sir. Look at that on the board, sir. A Polyester in the house. Sawin, good to see you. I'm just doing my quick scroll here, see if I see anyone else. Gazebo in the house. Weldon. Rusty, the homie, in the house. So good to see you guys all. So thanks for being here. So this is going to be a departure from a typical Heine House Live episode, as you probably, the listeners of the show, already know. This is going to be very, very casual, kind of a hangout thing. This was a great idea by Stephanie today. I was sitting there going, because I'm in the middle of complete reconfiguration of my podcast area. I have a backup device, I have a new mixer, and I have a bunch of weird power issues. I'll get into it later. So I actually don't have it set up to do an episode this week. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to leave you guys hanging without an episode. And she goes, why don't we just set up the stream? I'll grind Diablo. You put all your list of stuff that you have a lot of shit going on. Put it all together and just talk and just be casual. And I was like, fuck, it's brilliant. So here we are. She's going to grind out. And I have a whole bunch of notes of things. There's a lot of updates and changes and kind of the future of Heine House and what we want to do. And, things are changing and evolving. And so with all that, this is also a great way to give you an episode for this week. So even if you don't catch it here on the live show, it's going to be an audio format across the board for everyone to listen to. And, it should be a lot of fun. So starting off here, what do I have here on my first notes here? Okay, so what happened was last week, I think a lot of you, um, a lot of you saw that I had an issue with my backup, and my computer was, as I was recording the episodes, and that's happened a few times, but it kind of stuttered out. Like my computer stuttered, and the video locked up, the audio froze, and then sometimes it would come back. I mean, luckily, if I was lucky, it would come back. But what was happening is it started to get really bad to where it fucking locked up, and I didn't get my audio back, and I recorded the entire episode with no audio. I was so frustrated. Now, this was last Monday. I went back and I was like, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna just bang this shit out. I set everything back up. You know, I put my hat back on. I put the T-shirt I was wearing back on because I was already butt naked. I already said, screw this. I can't take this. But I went back and I finished the episode, and that was last week's episode. So I banged it out. But I was really frustrated. Like, why am I having these issues? I work so hard, as you guys know, to try to get the fucking setup good and everything straight and audio and video. And so I was having this really stupid issue. Long story short, come to find out, I think what it was Windows fetching updates. And there were some other things in the background that were fetching things. And so I turned all those off. I disabled all the fucking game bar and all that DVR shit that I don't need on there right now. And so far, I haven't been getting any spikes on my CPU. What it was doing is it was pegging my CPU at like 50%. And although that doesn't sound like much, for whatever reason, that was enough to lock everything up.
That's Bobo scratching in the background. Sorry.
Oh, we can't hear him. It's all good.
Okay, good.
Even if we can, I feel like a nice scratch. Yeah, nice scratch. Come back, kid. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out.
Hello.
So that was happening. And so I basically just said, okay, fuck this. Sat down, went through the computer, reinstalled drivers, went through the whole thing. I mean, I was on the verge of reinstalling Windows. I was so upset why this was happening. And come to find out, I think it was some Windows things fetching updates and some other programs fetching updates. So it's not doing that anymore, and hopefully this resolves it. We will see. All right, we will see. It'll be next week. We'll give it a shot.
Fingers crossed.
But what I did pick up a few additions to the podcast station as a backup unit, and I'll just briefly go through these. It's kind of just context for stuff I'm doing to continue and upgrade the show. I bought a Tascam handheld recorder. A Tascam, what is it? It's a 44. It's an XLR based. It has two XLRs. It's a balanced input so that I can use that, go right out of my mixer into it, as opposed to like a headphone jack. So that's kind of nice to go into the recorder for backup. I'm watching your game stuff. I'm actually finding it to be sort of distracting. I'm loving it. I'm sitting there watching you grind. No, don't be sorry. It's great. I'm sitting here like, look at all these fucking Skeletors like with you. They're gonna go in there and just fuck them all up.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
I know. I see people like commenting about PoE. Yeah, I know that's probably a better game, but Diablo is my, I don't know.
It's her comfy blanket.
It's my comfy blanket. Yeah, it's been a rough week.
Yep.
Had a hard week last week.
It's her comfy, warm blankie. I think that's why I keep going back to Bad Company 2 all the time. It's just a warm, comfy blanket.
Yeah. It's like, it's something familiar.
So yeah, anyway, that happened, got that, and on top of what I needed was a new mixer. I had this old Behringer, it's like 15 years old, and I was having, you guys probably didn't hear it, one episode I had this weird master fader issue where it would cut out the right side, and I had to like tap the master fader for it to like kick back on. So it was definitely an issue with the mixer, and I was like, okay, fuck this, I can't have that. So I ended up getting lucky and finding one recently. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But I had some time last week. I was waiting to pick up stuff from the airport last week, and I had like 3 hours to kind of tool around. I didn't want to drive all the way home. So I ended up just kind of, screwing around and going to a few Goodwills, and I went to a local place here called Bookman's. It's basically basically a used bookstore, but they have musical gear and they have video games and records and CDs and VHS and toys. It's basically everything. So I was walking through there, and I'm like looking through their musical section. Of course, I'm just chilling, and not expecting that they'd have anything that I would need. But they ended up having a mixer down there, and I was like, let's take a look. Took a look at it, and it's a 10-channel mixer. It's from Peavey, which Peavey's been around a long time. They make pretty good stuff. I mean, they do make some low end shit, but some of the stuff's pretty good. But this was a 10-channel mixer. It had balanced in. It had built-in effects. It had large faders. Had everything that I wanted at like not even half the price, like 25% of the price. So I got a smoking deal on it. I wasn't. I mean, yeah, I'm looking for one, but I wasn't going there to seek out one, and I just happened to find one. So basically, what happened was, this is so funny. In one day, one evening, within 3 hours, I found a mixer I was looking for, and I also bought the backup Tascam recorder from a guy on OfferUp. And I spent not even a fraction of what it would cost. And so I'm really, really happy. That was a big deal. So I'm in the process of reorganizing that whole area, setting it up, and it will take me another week before I can get things going because I also have power issues. But I'll move on from this because you guys know I'm just going to be troubleshooting the shit out of it. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Pretty good to find all that in one day. What else is going on here? It's weird, right? It's weird when that happens. I think that happens from time to time where you're just kind of put it out there in the atmosphere, like, oh, I'm not really, like, it's there, but you're just not consciously wanting to do that or find it. And there it is. Just pops up. I think that's pretty good. Some other stuff that's been going on is wanted to talk about my work schedule. Yes, folks, this episode is going to be kind of just casual, like almost bloggy about what we have going on here, what a Heine House has going on, some stuff. So it's not, again, like I said, it's not going to be like a traditional episode. So work schedule. Yes, my work schedule is changing. It is changing. And I brought this up, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. I said there was a possibility for it to change. I did apply internally to a different position at my job, and it took about a month or so, but I did hear back, and I did get this other position, which is good and bad in both ways. It's good because I'm moving into a position of work that is very much needed at my job, so I have kind of more job security. I've mentioned this in the past, and a lot of people already know, but I work as a contractor. So, yeah, I'm working for a startup tech company, and they change so much every single day. And sometimes it's not that they don't need you; it's that sometimes they need to shift focus. As you can imagine, a new startup in the tech industry likes to take risks, and they can do that and get away with it, because they're evolving so much. But that also means that they can restructure and refocus their staff, which they have done many times.
Yeah.
To not just me, but all of the amazing people that I've worked with there. Lost some really good friends there. But anyway, so I applied for this position. I did get this position, and I'm happy because there's better... I feel like there's better longevity there. So I'll be able to keep employment there, and that's nice. The bad part in this is that I'll be going back to the graveyard shift. I should need to say like the graveyard shift. Graveyard. Now, a couple years ago, I worked graveyard, and it was difficult, sure. And yeah, I'm not like mad about this at all because I'm happy for the position. It just is going to require some more flexibility and understanding. I think I'm speaking for myself, just trying to get through all this because yeah, it can be difficult. It's not impossible, but it is difficult to do. But that will shift a few things, not by much, but it will just. I guess I'm just letting everyone know, like on the that listens to the show. I think the podcast. I don't think the podcast will be affected at all. I'm hoping it won't be. If it does, it's only going to be affected by a day or two because my schedule is going to be Friday through Monday. So like you go in Thursday night for that Friday shift, and so on and so forth. But I should be able to come home on Monday. Hit the sack, hit the old nut sack, and go to sleep, and then wake up in the evening. And that Monday night, I should be able to put together an episode and publish that. If not, then I will just push it to Tuesday and do it during the day. All right, so that won't change any of that, which is good. So that's what's happening there. Work schedule. Steph and I have we've battled well, not battle, but we've been dealing with us having completely different schedules for several years now, and it's difficult, and I'm very thankful. She's extremely understanding. I'm not just saying that because she's on the other line here,
Yeah, only because I'm here.
only because she's here. But I mean, it is true. You honestly, you have to have a you have to have a team, someone that's going to be a part of the team when something like this happens, and we understand it's for the greater good, and it's just what we have to do right now. So, um, and again, I say all this because Steph and I both we have this master plan, and we always have had this master plan of continuing the entertainment and keeping things going. And there's a lot that's involved, and so having to do your real life 9 to 5 type shit. I mean, I don't want to say it kind of gets in the way. It gets in the way. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes the time, and then now that I work graveyard, that's going to eat up the days. So I have to come home and sleep. So but it should be. We'll get through it. We'll have fun. We'll still make this work. And part of this whole conversation that we're having, I'm talking about is letting you guys know of this new stuff that we want to do and how we're going to kind of achieve this stuff. And it's exciting. It's exciting, and with you guys being by our sides like you always been, it's going to be a ton of fun. Um. So yeah, there's the work schedule stuff. See what else did I write in here? Yeah, I talked about all that. Oh, so um with the schedule change into my next bullet points. With the schedule change, it's going to it's going to open up an opportunity for Wednesday. And Wednesday is a good day because Stephanie recently is going through a schedule change as well, right? And
Yeah.
you're going to possibly have Wednesdays off. Was it every week or every other week? I don't
Every
remember what
other
you
week.
said.
Yeah, it's kind of a wonky. Like, first week I work 4 10s and I get Wednesday off. And then week 2 I work a 5 8 schedule. Or, yeah. And then the next week I work 4 10s again. And then back to 5 8. It's not ideal, but it works out for us in this regard.
Because with that, with Wednesday being a free day, kind of a bonus day for us, would mean that we have the ability to do something together midweek, which is actually great for. Are you guys ready for it? Are you ready for this? For thrifting. Dun 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 dun
Thrifting
dun.
time, thrifting time.
Thrifting time, thrifting time, thrifting all the time. So our idea here and our concept is on these Wednesdays, we could possibly get into shooting another thrifting, and try to get those episodes out maybe 1 to 2 times a month now, which would be great. And we did it for what, 2 years, 3 years, every month,
Yeah.
or 3 years every month. I think we did a long time. We're at episode 36, right? I think it's
Oh,
36.
yeah, we just
Yeah, last one.
did we do 36 and then
And we, obviously before that we had a pretty long break. But again, the only reason we took a break is because of scheduling and work and shit that gets in the way. It's not because we don't like to do it. Fuck, we love to do thrift. It's actually one of the funnest things that we love to go out and do. It's tons of fun, even though our Goodwills here are completely fucked, and we hate them. But whatever. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, that's for another podcast.
Yeah, another podcast episode. So we're looking at maybe down the road here, getting more thrifting out, which is a kind of a big update, and I know a lot of people are excited about that, or would be excited about that. So hopefully you find that to be very, very good news. That's on our. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows now, but I'm actually. I don't. Steph, did I show you the? Oh yeah, I did. I did show you the stats on the podcast
Oh yeah, yeah,
today.
yeah.
It's really growing, and in fact, people from all over the world are listening, and I think that's so cool. So, and I apologize for longtime friends and lovers of games who know me for so long, but I tend to repeat myself because I am getting a bunch of new people that have never heard of me before, don't even know what I do or where I come from. They just think it's some weird dude, which I am. But yeah, you can watch Thrifting on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and just type in Heine House, or my website, heinehouse.com. It's all there. So that's good stuff. Let's see. What else? What's the next bullet point here? Let me scroll down. Let me scroll down with my mouse that looks like a little monocle. People really liked Mr. Monocle last episode. I brought out Mr. Monocle and Hillbilly Billy
Oh wow.
for them, and it got crazy.
That must have been a real treat.
Yeah, you say it under your breath. That was a real treat.
No.
Yeah, it was a real treat. A real shitty treat. No, it's fun. It was a good time. Okay, what else? I'm going to talk a little bit about some projects that I have in the pipeline, stuff that's going on in the world of music and audio. I have a lot of stuff that's going on there. Some I can talk about, some that I cannot, but at least I can touch on, let you guys know stuff that's happening. It's stuff that I'm really proud of. I've worked many years, and I've done my best to get in where I fit in and try to be, an asset to everything I'm involved with. And I've had some great opportunities come up, and met some great people, and was able to record stuff, and it's continuing. And I'm really happy. And stuff that's coming up down the road that will be released will honestly be some of my best work yet, and I'm really proud of it. So I wanted to kind of share it. And some of the stuff that's happening, of course, last year I finished off. Oh, I mean, not last year I didn't finish off. Last year I started, but this year I finished the record for The Color Blush. That is my friend Chancho, Mr. John, his band that he plays bass and sings in. He's fantastic. I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but give it a listen.
I think they're on Bandcamp.
TheColorBlush.com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have a website, and also all the music's on Bandcamp. And check it out. It's produced by me, engineered by me. It's fantastic. They're a great group of guys. They're a three-piece, which is a lot of fun. And I've mentioned it before, but a three-piece allows me to kind of really get creative with the guitar tones and the spacing of things, and it's just nice. It's not like a million musicians trying to play and jock for position. We've got a guitar player, bass player, and drums and vocals, so it's nice. It's like that Weezer effect, the three-piece. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is an amazing album. It gets stuck in your head in a good way.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we recorded that from December 2018 till what? About a month, 2 months ago? A month ago. Yeah, so July. Yeah, or beginning of July, actually. I think it was July 2nd or July 3rd they released everything. It's funny, too. I sent them over all the master tracks and everything. I was like, here you guys go. It's all done. Boom, boom, boom. And they were like planning to do the release and all this stuff, and they were so excited, like, fuck it, publish it. It was like the next day I saw it pop up everywhere. They had the album artwork done, everything's ready to go. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's exciting. I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
To be excited
They
for
just
it.
can't wait.
Can't wait. So that was really cool project I did this year. Another one that I want to bring attention to that I can't really talk too much about, but I have to mention it because people do ask about it. Um, around it, but is Racing Apex, the video game soundtrack that I've been working on for honestly the better part of 3 years, if you can believe it now. And I can't really talk about it that much, but I can say that yes, the game is still in development. It is coming along nicely, and it's going to be amazing. And I have really gotten involved more than I bargained for with it, and that makes me so happy. I've actually given them um, 12, no, 11 songs total for that soundtrack, which originally just started out as 7. So it has really grown into something great, and the whole team is amazing. I'm thoroughly enjoying working with them, and the game is still in development. That's really the big thing. And that's really all I can say. And I believe me, guys, like when I say this shit is fucking awesome, and I cannot wait to share all of the details with you when time comes. I'm under NDA. I can't talk about it. So it's not that like, oh, I don't want to. Believe me, I want to. I just can't. And I'm going to respect that. So yeah, that's coming down the road. Polyester says every time I talk about it, he gets excited for it. Yes, sir, absolutely, and I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, and yeah, you're gonna love it. We're all gonna love it. It's gonna be great. Salty Hippo in the chat. What up? Good to see you.
I love your name.
I mean, who doesn't love a Salty Hippo? Where's Digital Rhino? Where's Ryan? I mean, we got the whole barnyard almost out here. You know, come on. Yeah, Polyester. I can't really talk any more about the specifics of that, unfortunately. But hey, stay excited, stay curious, and believe me, man. I mean, dude. I mean, you know, the second I'm able to, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna be talking about it for sure. So that's a music project that is coming in the future for sure. And then the other one that I've been working on, there's a couple of small projects that we've been working on. John wants to, and this is my homie Chancho. He wants to put together some type of kind of like rock type, pop rock, almost funk type music. He wants to do a little like EP, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm down. He wants me to play drums on it, kind of produce the record. And, you know, it's just gonna be something fun to do in our spare time, and you know, in between things. So that will be something. I don't even know what it's going to be called. I don't know if we're going to call it something. I have no idea. It's just, you know, when you're a musician, you want to keep playing, you want to keep challenging yourself, you want to keep evolving, and so that is what we're going to be doing, working together in the studio. I'm going to set up my acoustic drum set here in the studio and hit some drums, have some fun, and we're probably going to make some really cool live tunes there too. So that's coming down the road. And then lastly, of course, is my own kind of my personal hip hop stuff. Last album I released of hip hop stuff was in 2012 on my Nothing's Forever album. It has been many, many years. In fact, too long. I've talked about this before, and I need to just start fucking releasing this music. I have literally hundreds, if not thousands, of songs that are in my back catalog over the course of so many years that I'm just sitting on, and it does nobody any good. It's just sitting there. I need to get focused and just release it. My problem is, like most artists, I kind of, you know, I don't know. I romanticize over the songs, and I kind of want them perfect, and they're never going to be perfect, and I know they won't be perfect.
Yeah.
And I need to just release a shit.
It's an artist
Doesn't matter.
thing.
Yeah, it's like anyone.
I don't
just
think any artist is really truly happy with what they create.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe that's not the right
completely.
term. They feel like
No, but
there's
you're
ways
right,
of
though.
improving it.
I think you're totally right, because and every song I've ever recorded or been a part of, and actually any bit of art I've ever made, I've never been truly 100% satisfied. I don't think it can be. that's the beauty of art in a way, is it's imperfections. You know what I mean? So I think it's all part of the thumbprint and the stamp of that moment in time, and it needs to be put out there, because you never know who it's going to help. You never know who's going to hear it or see it or read it. You never really know what's going to happen with it, and it's really doing a disservice just sitting on a hard drive somewhere. So I'm gonna get focused. You guys may, in the next coming throughout the year here, and then in the years to come, probably start seeing more singles, like songs, just songs I release. Honestly, just fuck it, release them.
I like
I
that.
think it'll be
Heine
good.
House, Vault of the Lost Years.
Yeah, it's actually great. I like that. And Weldon on that. So yeah, we'll come down. Yeah, and Cliff, he knows what's up. Cliff, get your whale on. It's perfect though. I mean, the man, he says it. Cliff knows. Good to see you, Cliff. Thanks for coming out. So yeah, so more music is coming, and I'm about one song away from finishing
Oh no.
my next hip
Sorry.
hop record. Oh no, Steph, are you gonna die in here?
No.
What are you doing? Oh my God, it's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Did you make it out?
Oh
Yeah,
god. Oh
you're
god.
good. What do we do when you start panicking? Do we send some emotes in chat? What do we do here?
I
How do
don't
we
know.
help her, folks? I didn't know we need to help her.
Oh god. I pulled too many.
Here we go. You're good. You're back in it. So yeah, but I'm one song away from finishing my record here, and I've said this in the past, is that I've basically been writing one or the other. I'm either writing music that it is full of love and respect and joy of all things that are related to being happy and content, you know, or I am writing music that's like me setting a fucking bonfire ablaze and then just escorting you right into it. Just have it. Go ahead, jump in. It's ready for you. Ready to go. So I'm writing these two completely extreme different songs, and this is over the course of basically 3 years, 4 years. And when I'm listening back to all these songs, I'm realizing I don't know if they all work together, if they sound right together, and it's just my opinion. And so I've been contemplating. I sent out I sent out the an APB. I sent out the pigeon out there and let it fly out to get feedback to see what people were thinking, if they wanted it all together or individually. And I got a bunch of great feedback from the community. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release two smaller records, two EPs. Yeah, that doesn't fit in a traditional record. 'Cause I think I want people to digest them kind of individually, which, I think makes sense. And again, going back to, as an artist, we have to expand and, embrace going into different areas of our art. Sometimes we have to go to that dark place. Sometimes we have to go, to the rainbows. We have to go out there, on all the different places, because we're influenced by many different things. We're feeling many different things, and I just think it's exciting to embrace all that and write different music. I mean, I'm writing some really kind of edgy music that I haven't really ever written before. I've written angry songs, and I've written like kind of R&B type ballad type songs, which is kind of more up sort of my alley. But I mean, I'm writing, like, every song on here is, I went through some shit. I went through something. I felt something. I felt a certain way, and I came home and I fucking wrote a song about it. So everything is extremely volatile, especially the angry stuff. I mean, it's like, straight up, one of the songs, like, I'm calling out everyone from fucking mumble rappers to corporate America to fake YouTubers. I mean, I'm letting them have it, and I just getting shit off my chest, and it's like, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel good. And I think all of us can relate to a a lot of that in our own ways. So it's kind of exciting, and definitely helps me heal and move forward. So anyway, that stuff is all coming very soon. Actually, I'm working with John tomorrow. He's coming out. We're going to be working on bass and some vocals for the last song, and then I think I'm ready to put it together and start just release it. So that's coming up real soon.
It's coming real
And
soon.
coming real soon, boys. Nintendo Switch. You know, my daddy, Steph, my daddy,
Oh
he
no.
he taught me a game
Nope.
a long time ago. He taught me a game. He's called Switch.
Uh,
No, you want to know what the premise of the game is, Stephanie? Stephanie, you want
yeah,
to know what the premise
exactly.
of the game is?
Exactly. Exactly. Polyester. Here we go again.
Hey, Stephanie, my daddy, you want to know what the game is?
I think I already know what the game is.
I don't think you do. The premise of the game is you take one finger and you put it in your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and the other finger goes in your asshole. And then when he says go, you switch. The real E-Dub.
Hello, Erin.
Erin, so good to see you. Oh my God, girlfriend, look at you. 22 months in a row. I am sending the biggest e-hug. How about an e-hug? I was going to say virtual hug, and I'm like, no, e-hug. Over to you. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, back in the
Appreciate
day
it.
when like everything was through the internet, well, it's e-something.
It's, yeah, e-something.
E-card, e-hug,
Mm,
email.
that's right. Welcome. You've got mail. What else have we got going on over here? Let me take a look at my notes. So I've been trying to expand my side hustle as much as I can, and by doing so, well, hopefully would allow me
Oh no.
to continue to work hard at producing stuff, but also generate a little extra money on the side for things that we have going on, which greatly would need. But what I've been doing is I want to expand my kind of my podcast or my audio services, and this is something that's not new, just something that I haven't really advertised too much, but kind of like my podcast freelance services out there are, or basically audio services, anything audio, with like mixing or polishing up a track or mastering or getting your podcast broadcast ready. There's so much I can do that I'm happy to do. And I need to research some of these platforms more, but I know that there's a lot of websites where you can post your services on there, and people can hire you, and you can do work for people. And I really want to look into this because I think it'd be great if I, like, on my days off, I just have like a queue of work to do from people all over the world that need help with their audio, and I can help mix or master, do something, and really help me generate some extra money on the side. That would be great. Um, so I'm looking at that, and if you guys know of any, if you use sites or know any sites that do stuff like this, maybe give me a shout out or let me know what's out there. But again, put that out there is that, again, if you're listening and you are in need of some sort of audio service in any way, if you're a podcaster or you're a band or you got some music, you need something cleaned up, any of that stuff, just hit me up and we'll work it out. I would love to help out. As I love doing audio stuff, as you guys know. Lots of fun. I mean, shit, Steph and I sat here for about 2
Oh
hours
my
before the
god.
stream
Yeah.
just trying to get this to sound right.
'Cause we're actually
And
streaming off my PC, not his.
we're working on
So,
Steph's.
mine's
Yeah.
never been set up for streaming before, and we're like, oh yeah, it should be not too bad. Like 2 hours later.
Yeah, we test it and it's all completely fucked. And I'm like, oh my god. And it's still not perfect, but we want to get this going. We're not going to be here all night
Yeah.
trying to fix the
Like
audio.
we would still be fixing it now.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exciting stuff. I think that's really cool to expand expand on the audio stuff out there, and I'm more than happy to help. Um, and speaking of streaming, I mean, here we are. We're on Twitch. We're back up and running, and we want to stream more. As part of kind of the big master plan here, is yes,
Yes.
we want to stream more. We want to hang out with you all more. We want to come back and do this sort of thing.
Yep. I'm planning
And
on making Jason stream D3 24/7.
whoa, I'd be okay with that. Except for my daddy taught
Oh
me a
no.
game. Oh, okay. D3 24/7. But we would like to stream more, of course.
Yeah,
And
no, really.
it's always been part of the plan. You know, we love doing it. We've done various streams in the past of all sorts of things, from playing games on the couch to stuff like this, where we're like co-streaming, basically co-commentary. Obviously the drum streams were a great time in our lives, and a lot of other stuff. So we want to continue to do it, and we are putting together some sort of plan to where we can kind of go back and forth. Steph can play some stuff. She can stream some things. I can stream some things.
Oh my
We can
gosh.
co-stream.
Grandpappy.
Oh, that's right. See? Erin loved Grandpappy.
I remember
Grandpappy
playing
plays.
Uno.
That was fun. We were just fucking around, having a good
Uh,
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
and Weldon,
you're right.
Weldon in chat, he says the last 24-hour stream was kind of brutal on us.
Yeah.
And we learned something that night.
We're not meant for 24-hour.
Yeah, we can't do it. We're too old. We can't do it. It's too hard on us. So I think in the future, if we ever want to do like something similar to a 24-hour stream, I think we could do a 12-hour or 10-hour. I think we'd be able to get through that, no problem.
Yeah.
But 24, oh man. Yeah, I fucking died like
Yeah.
16
yeah,
hours
you,
in. I was like,
yeah, you
see ya.
left me to fend for myself on that stream.
Sure did. Sure did.
I had no idea what I was
couldn't
doing.
help it. I was dying. I was dying. DED. It sucked.
Yeah, we should really start getting back into American Truck Simulator.
Oh,
Pretty
for
well
sure. Polyester wants to know if my dad's name's Harold. Harold, I can't connect to this Wi-Fi. Harold. Yeah, American ATS, man, American Truck Simulator. I would love to. I fucking love that game. And there's another expansion that just released not too long ago. It was Washington. So they have the entire West Coast and Southwest now.
Yeah, you need to
I
get
love
a
it.
chair and set it up.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, what I really need is that full-on fucking rig. I need the chair, the racing seat, the play seat with the wheel, and all that. Like, that is the legit way to do it. But, dude, to do that up right, it's like $800. And I'm just
Oh my gosh.
like, yeah, there's no way. No way. So,
And
but that's the ultimate way to do it.
yeah. This is
Yeah,
streaming.
EDub, 24-hour with an 8-hour community
I
map. I
like
like
that.
it. I like that idea.
And
So good.
Comeback
And
Kid.
Comeback
Yeah.
Kid, yeah. Is drumming dead? Unfortunately, it is.
At least
And
we think it is. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
we don't want it to be.
No.
So here's a short version of why I'm not drumming on Twitch anymore. Twitch updated their community guidelines at the end of last year. They quietly did it. And they didn't make a big fanfare about it, but they updated their policy to where stating that you can't play any music with copyrights. All right, so when a song gets played online or on stream that has copyrights, that's against the terms of use. So, which basically shuts me down because you guys would request songs, and even though I'm doing a drum cover of it, I'm still playing the music in the background. So that's a hard hit, man. It really sucks. So I can't do it anymore. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're saying, or maybe you're not, but I'll give you a little piece here. There are literally, I don't know, 50 or so other people that are drumming right now on Twitch that are still doing it. And hey, you know what? they're gonna roll the dice. They're gonna risk it. I don't really want a copyright strike or a terms of use strike on my account. Like I don't want to have that. So I'm not gonna chance it. I just don't want to play by the rules. And the thing is that so many people are still online doing it. There's drummers on there right now probably streaming that are doing it, and they're getting away with it. Why? Why does Twitch give them a free pass?
Because they're
I don't
partnered. I
know.
don't know.
Because
Some
they're
of them are
partnered
partnered.
and they're making money off them. I don't know. I just don't really get it. It's really frustrating. I do it for the love of my drums, man. I love playing. Always have. You guys know. You guys have seen it. You've been in there. And yeah, Comeback Kid makes a great point. Yeah, I see live music,
Oh.
DJs, keyboardists. Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
maybe
It's
that's why
ridiculous.
everyone's moving over to Mixer. But I'm sure that's gonna eventually get hit too, like with the same terms of service thing eventually.
It's such an old model. I honestly, I understand as a musician. I understand about copyrights. I understand about
But
doing the right
that's
thing and
yeah.
if you're not selling music illegally or
Well,
whatever
yeah,
pirating music.
that
But
is
the thing is,
bad.
it's like
But that's not. The thing is that that is hurting the, not the musician so much as the, uh, um, uh, publisher. Why can't I think of the term?
yeah, yeah. And what we need though is what we really need is a system that is better for this. So
Yeah.
where if you have a song and there's a copyright on it and the publisher owns it, the label owns it, if a song gets played online anywhere, that the right people get credit and get paid for that. It should be that way. Just like monetization, it should be that way wherever it plays, and we shouldn't penalize. I don't think anybody for for streaming it or playing it. I mean, I don't know. This is a gray area when it comes to this sort of thing. And Cliff brings up a good point: is video game music copyrighted? And the answer is yes and no. Some of the some of the music is not, but I mean, yes, a majority of it is, but there is some that is not. Um, and some music even was created back before they even were thinking about copyrights or having music related copyrights out there like that. It kind of just falls into a default. Um, it's included in like the game, and it's all of its credentials, all of its assets are kind of lumped together into one. Um, so yeah, it's again video game music. It's kind of like pick and choose. Some is, some isn't, but majority of it is. So yeah, so that's why the drumming stopped. And believe me, I like to continue on. Love drumming. Um, Makes me so frustrated. In fact, I even have the drum set that I use. I have it up for sale. I was thinking about selling it to, try to, because it's an expensive kit, and I need to, try to recoup some of the money if I'm not using it. So, um, yeah, it's kind of sad, but kind of the way it is. Um,
I didn't know that some games now, uh, binary have a streamer mode now that removes
yeah,
the music or
yeah, it
replaces
removes
it.
it. Mm-hmm.
And
Because of the copyrights.
back to the naps, Weldon. Yeah, my naps are like hours long. It would be for like most of the stream. I wake up, the stream's already over.
Like, oh, you did an 8-hour nap. That's great.
I start the
Um,
stream off with a nap.
just basically, it's a webcam set up. It's just you sleeping. Like, what the fuck? It's a community nap,
uh,
dude. There it is. There's a great idea. Community nap. It's just everyone's sleeping. Oh god, that'd be good. I would love that. I would love it. So anyway, to recap, the long-winded version is we would like to stream more, and we appreciate your support all over the place. Of course, there's a lot that's happening in the streaming world right now. Everyone seems to be migrating kind of over to Mixer. There's a lot happening. I know Ninja recently went over there. It was a huge news article. It will die off very shortly, I'm sure. But the Mixer is kind of getting a huge push right now. And I have Mixer. I set it up, I think, 2 years ago, back when it first came out, just to have it. And I haven't really used it. But that's definitely a platform that I'm down to explore as well. Twitch is kind of the king here, always has been, so it's always good to be here. And I think no matter what happens, and a lot of people are like, should I go over or should I stay? Honestly, if people want to follow you, they'll follow you over there. If your community is strong and they're down with what you're doing, they'll go wherever you're streaming. If you're on Twitch, you're there. If you're on Mixer, you're there. So, um, I think they're all great and they all offer something a little different, but they kind of do the same thing, right? So, I don't have any plans to move over to Mixer right now, but I do have it. Do have the account there, and you never know what will happen in the future. We'll see what happens. Um, and we'll hopefully get to some streaming more often. Be a lot of fun.
How are you liking streaming on Mixer, Binary? You said that you've been doing it on and off for the past few years.
Yeah, he. Now you can also stream that. I think you can from the console too, right? From the Xbox One. I think it links up with that. I haven't used that feature, but I think you can.
Do you need to be
I mean,
an
you get
Xbox
much
Gold?
more features on the PC, of course, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. Um, yeah. So let's talk about. So I'm possibly going to be moving. It's possible to move my podcast station where I currently am into a different room in the house, um, which would mean a bunch of things for me internally here that doesn't really matter. Um, but for you guys watching it, it would just mean that the backdrop would be different. I really like the backdrop I have. It's basically a shot of the studio here where I do all my music. Um, but if we do move it, it would allow for some more space in here for me to set up my acoustic kit and a couple other things. But it would also allow for me to have a new backdrop, something kind of fun and funky, something kind of gaming tech related. We could set it up. We were thinking about getting just going like to IKEA and getting those shelves, those square bookshelves, and lining the wall, and then setting something up. Could have cool lights in there. Could set up my Super Nintendo light sign, maybe my Xbox Live sign. There's a
Yeah,
couple of things.
display some of your rare boxed games, your
Yeah, some of the big
systems.
box stuff. And surprisingly, I have a bunch of like rare controllers and stuff too I could set up. It would be really cool. So there could be a possibility and an opportunity to kind of migrate to a new place there in the house and maybe set up some stuff. So it could be cool. Just something we're kicking around. And I think I might need to do something eventually because I need to set up my drums and play. And it's a little cramped. A little cramped in here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So it could be a lot of fun. So that may be coming down the road. Um, what else is going on? Um, I did have this huge announcement. Well, not really announcement yet. I'm still working on it, but I wanted to add. I talked about this before earlier on the podcast episode about adding another tier um, to Patreon and adding more value for people on there. And I think I want to talk just a little bit more about that and get a little more fine tuned, and also get your feedback and your input. I think this is exciting because one of the greatest things I ever did was getting rid of all of my tiers on Patreon. I had like 5 or 6 tiers when I
It
first
was a bit
started because it was
confusing. It has a
it was
lot.
new. I was one of the first people in the community to join Patreon, so it was all new. I was, trying to figure out what was best. I wanted to give people options. I wanted to, respect everyone for, donating what they are able to afford and do. So I wanted to give people all these options. But what I realized is that people, they're going to support what they can anyway. And I think $1 through $19 is what I have it now. Is just pay whatever you can, and you get these perks here. Boom! It's just one tier, and I think that really simplified, made it easier for people to look at it and digest it easier instead of seeing all these tiers. And I just have my party pack tier, my $20 pack tier, which is kind of everything. And you get all of my music, you get your credits, and you get the Discord server branding, you get all kinds of stuff, future music for free, you get more behind the scenes stuff, just everything there. So that works, and that makes a lot of sense. And so, but what I'm thinking of doing is adding a $5 tier that would allow people to get exclusive 30-minute podcast episodes. Let me tell you my thinking on this real quick. So when I'm recording an episode, I'm talking about something, and almost every episode, I find myself going, man, I could really sit down and talk about this in great detail, or really fucking hammer in on this topic because I'm passionate about it. I have a lot to say about it, but I can't spend a half hour just like talking about it right then and there. I find that I say this every episode. For instance, like a couple episodes ago, maybe it was 4 or 5 ago now, I started talking about eBay, and I was starting to get really fucking triggered about eBay and how it's great and amazing, and I pretty much made a great living off it for a long time, and then it fucked us in the ass, and then all this thing changed, and I'm seeing myself like get really hot and bothered by it, and I'm going, man, I could really talk about this, but I know I'm going to spend a half hour talking about it. I can't do it here on the episode. So that could be something that I could just put in the notebook and say, this could be an episode, an eBay episode, where I talk about my beginnings with eBay, my history, how I made a living. I became a power seller, how I've sold everything from longer burger baskets to cars.
Wait, what baskets?
Longer burger.
Is that like burgers? Burgers?
It's like a very nice high-end basket
Oh.
that are worth a lot of money.
Oh, and also, sorry to interrupt you. Thank you, Binary, for explaining that. That's pretty cool. They give those options. And
E-Dub knows what longer burger is. She's probably got a few with Wendy's wrappers in it right now, don't you? That's what I want.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Longaburger. Like, is that like sister to Whataburger?
Yeah, there's something that your grandma would probably have had, or
My
or maybe
grandma would
Lee
not
may have had it. Yeah, see, E-Dub,
Oh,
her mom
really?
sold them. Yeah.
So it's not from an actual like food restaurant, and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was food. No,
yeah,
no,
that's
that's
what
the
I'm
brand.
thinking. Like it's like Whataburger, but Longaburger. Sorry, my ignorance is showing.
Whataburger basket. No.
My bad.
It's awesome. Now I want burgers. So yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the idea, and I think it's something that I'm going to introduce at some point here is a $5 tier, where all these topics can be talked about in like 30 minutes or less. I think that's a great. Someone on YouTube actually brought this up. Was like, hey man, they were saying that 2 hours or an hour and a half is too long for them to listen to the episode. And I thought that was bananas. I thought, hey, look, if you can't spend an hour or hour and a half listening to the episode, then just use your damn pause button. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, just pause it, bro. But he had a good point. He's like, hey, do you think you'd be interested to do like 30-minute episodes? And I was like, my podcast the format isn't set up to do that. I'm not. For one, I just watch my timers to make sure I don't go over 2 hours because I can fucking ramble.
Yeah, he will.
But hey, fuck you. But if I broke up a topic or cut a topic out of a podcast episode that I could talk about for about a half hour, that would be great, and I could do that. So, for instance, yeah, we talked about the eBay episode, whatever. It could be something like this year in gaming. I could talk about the highs and lows of a certain year, of games that came out, some inspirational games, influential games. I could talk about all kinds of different stuff. History of a console. I could talk about a console release, how that went. I could talk about a game series. There's a lot of options, and getting feedback from you, even at that $5 tier, if you're in there, I could write you a message or make a post, and you guys could give me feedback on what you'd like to see or hear, and I would take that and do that. So I think that'd be something really fun. And the kicker here, and I just came up with this tonight, so maybe this is really shitty, but I don't know. I think it's great. I could be calling them Heine House Quickie. Ooh, Quickie. A
You
Quickie episode. It's 30 minutes or less. That's the idea. It'll be just a 30 minutes or less discussing a single topic.
Oh, I thought it was 30 seconds or less.
Oh, this is terrible.
Kidding.
Why you do that? Yeah, Edub says that her parents still use the Longaberger plates
Oh,
and glasses.
that's awesome. I'm like thinking, like, is this like a little plastic container that your burger would come in, and then people would just keep it because, like, I don't know, that it, like, maybe it wasn't around anymore, so people wanted it as a keepsake.
Roasted.
Oh.
Yeah, she got me good. But notice she's still here with me.
You know, as you can
Take
tell,
notes.
I don't use like fine dining utensils.
Honestly, a plastic cup and a paper plate, and she's happy. And that's what
yeah.
I love about her. Oh, so good. So good. So anyway, folks, yeah, so that's the idea. I think I'm going to, I'm going to think more about it. I want to implement that, and it will probably be, for now, will probably be exclusive to Patreon because that's the only way that I know how to do it. I mean, originally I said, I want to incorporate it so that if people subscribe on Twitch at the $5, that they can also take advantage of it. But yeah, that it's tough. It's tough to incorporate all that stuff. But so again, this is just a concept, an idea I'm kicking around, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. But I definitely find myself looking at topics and needing to put lots more context into them, and I think it would be something good. Again, something to add value to your pledge, and again, to stress, wouldn't be taking anything away. Nothing would change and go away. All it would be doing was adding content, adding value to your pledge to give you a little something more, which I like.
Yeah, see, Weldon, I didn't know that either. Hell, I eat on paper towel sometimes.
Yeah, hey, if all you have is paper towels, it's the best kind of plate. We all put our chips and crackers on there,
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Or mac and cheese from the pan, yeah, right? You don't need to dirty up a plate.
Oh.
Save the paper plate.
Especially mac and cheese. I mean, don't dirty up a plate. Damn, Steph, those spikes are fucking brutal. She's walking forward and she's just throwing these spikes. They come out of the ground.
I don't know, I think
they're just up the ass of every single demon I see.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
This is quite a battle here, though. All I see are red bars everywhere. She's going ham.
I thought I stepped out of that.
So, yeah. That could be good. That could be good.
I think that'll be exciting.
I don't know. I think I've always believed in the fact of rewarding people when they go above and beyond for you in any way. If you hold a door open for somebody, then they need to say thank you. It's as simple as that, right? So I feel that, telling them that you appreciate them and that their support is valued, and I try to do that as much as possible whenever I can, and I mean it. But I also want to try to do something back. You remember a long time ago, Steph? This was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Remember when I was looking at Patreon and I go, you know what? Like, I want to do something to where I actually do a giveaway or I give something back every month to people, because I saw other people doing this. And what I realized was some of these people, they only do like one thing only, and it's very easy for them to just like give one thing away every month. And I was thinking about putting together like care packages. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, I want to do care packages. I want to give stuff away, or I want to go through my collection and give some games and stuff. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, fuck, I'll end up paying. I'll end up using all of the money from their pledge, plus more for shipping. And I'm like, there's no way I could do this. There's no way I could physically do this.
Yeah.
And I remember I asked the community and Patreon too. I asked them, I was like, what do you guys think about this idea of doing a care package and the giveaway and this stuff? And everyone who wrote me back, and
Like, we don't
bless
want
you
your
all,
shit.
exactly.
No.
That's pretty much exactly what they said, though. That's what they said. They go, why are you? No, we actually want to give you this money to help you continue what you're doing. Use that money for your show. Don't use that money to then give us your junk, your game.
They
Like,
didn't
no
say it like
disrespect.
that.
They didn't say it like that, but no, they were very respectful in saying, like, that's cool. And there are some patrons that they support that do that, who give like a card or something, who do other things, or like they sign like if they're an artist, they sign like a print and send them like one print a month or something. It's small, it can fit in an envelope. But in this way, they were like, no, don't do that. And so I respect that, and that's cool to hear, because fuck, I don't even think it would work anyway. It's too hard to do. So, and I appreciate that. And there's people that just really want to support and want to see it keep going, and that's honestly what it's about. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, what's up with that girl who sold her bathwater? What's up with that?
Oh,
That's fucked,
I
man.
think she was just doing it to be facetious, and then people were actually buying it. Or wanting to buy it.
That's messed up, man.
But the
That's
thing,
just
okay, what's more messed up? The fact that she's selling it, or the fact that people want to buy it?
Or the fact that I heard people drank it and got sick.
Ew, what? Why would you drink it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just
Oh,
honestly,
you
man,
know, and
who's drinking bathwater?
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Who is doing that?
But I'd eat raviolis out of the can too. Come back in.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do when it comes to that. Oh, homie Chancho in the house. There he is. What's up,
Hi,
John?
John.
Good to see you. Excited to see you tomorrow. I was just talking to everyone about I'm going to do a session tomorrow. You're going to help me lay down some bass and some vocals on some hot shit tomorrow. Hopefully wrap up my album. Exciting stuff. I was talking about the color Blush too earlier. I was talking about that. Gave that a plug. Let everyone know to check it out. Great record. Talked about some of the other shit we're going to be doing down the road, So, yeah, E-Dub sent us the sauce of the month. Oh, God.
I like that. Sauce of the month. And it would be like little Taco Bell packets.
Yeah, it's like Jelly Club of the Month. Exactly. Sauce of the Month Club. It'd be so funny. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the idea. That's the plan. I think we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it comes together. And because I mean, straight up, like real talk here, Steph and I, we have a lot. We have a lot going on. We got a lot on the table, but we all do. We're all trying to get through this thing called life, and we have a lot of stuff we want to do. We have traveling we'd like to do. It's like impossible to do. All this entertainment we want to continue to do. We'd love to do it. And it's like, I've been building up this brand for so long, and I want to continue it. And honestly, if I can get to a point to where it will allow me to get into a role of being full time with it, that's really my dream. It's always been my dream. So that's why I always say I appreciate you all so much. I mean it. You guys are really helping me live my dream. So I appreciate you so much. That's why I always want to keep bringing content out. Okay, another thing here we were talking about, and this is something that Steph has been looking at doing, just to talk about entertainment, is that Steph for a while now, and she's talked about this in the past, but she wanted to do some ASMR type stuff. She likes ASMR. She listens to ASMR. When you go to sleep, or even when she's working, she listens to some of the stuff. It's very relaxing. It's enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. My favorite one is the button mashing, for obvious reasons. But sorry, go ahead.
Something that you found is that you like ASMR stuff, but you find that people either do it one way or the other, or they don't do it in the way that you kind of want. And so you've said, you know what, I'm going to just do it the way that I like it, and then I'll listen to it and enjoy it. and then
really
maybe
just
I'll
for me.
release it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe you should release it. I think other people might really like it too. So this is a concept that she's been working on, and in fact has been behind the scenes, on and off, but a lot in the last couple of weeks. Been working on making some ASMR gaming videos, and I'll turn it over to you, Steph, a little bit. Why don't you tell everyone about kind of your concept and how it's being done, like the balance of audio, because that's all important. And just let them know what you got going on over there.
Oh God, that's like a lot of pressure. I'm trying
Basically, just tell them about your video.
Yeah, no, like I'm trying to play. I can't think and play at the same time right now. Apparently, no, I have. There's like so much different types of ASMR out there, but I tend to like the like like this button mashing. Oh damn! I just used up all my my essence doing that. I like button mashing, but I like hearing the game too, and I find that most videos I've come across that I've searched for button mashing, they'll have the button mashing, but I can't hear the game at all. Or sometimes it's even just like their camera set up to their TV, and their TV's on
It looks
mute.
like garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, I mean, yeah, the visual's not there, but like it doesn't sound that great either. It's like I want to hear the game a little bit and have the button presses be kind of at the forefront. Like anything from controllers to mouse and keyboard. I love that stuff. And I haven't been able to find one that really, I guess, scratches that itch. So I just was deciding, like, I'm going to make this for me and just kind of listen to it, because it's kind of niche. Like, maybe not many people like that, but Jason's encouraging me to release it out there. Maybe there's somebody else out there who'd like to listen to that.
Yeah, and I absolutely think there are people out there. If we have people that are going to buy bathwater and drink it from some female streamers, I think you can absolutely get some people to watch your ASMR videos.
Jason, you should totally do that. At least, like, sell your bath water.
Okay, watch this, Steph. Okay, ready? There's a handful of people in the chat right now, okay? If you would buy my bathwater...
Or maybe, like, toilet water.
If you would... Ooh. No, I couldn't sell that. If you'd buy my brown sauce, if you'd buy my toilet, if you'd buy my bathwater, put a 1 in chat right now. Now just watch your chat, Steph. Watch it.
It's gonna be all
watch
ones.
it be silent. No, watch it be silent. Straight up. Just, see?
No.
Nothing.
Okay, no. There's
not a single
There's a bit of
person.
a delay. No, there's a delay.
Well, not that long. No. Brandon! Brandon! No! No!
Number 2. Yeah. Be careful. That might be in the bath or the water.
Ain't no one buying that. So yeah, but no. I've encouraged her to make these. Like, she's like, I'm gonna make the videos and do it, and honestly, they turned out really, really good. What games have you done so far? Let's kind of give it a little plug, because I think you're gonna build some up and then maybe release them. So, and I know you have the NES Classic in there right now. So what have you been working on?
Yeah. So I've so far I haven't done too many, but I've done. I don't know if you guys heard of this game. It's called Cook Serve Delicious. Like, you run a restaurant, but it's basically all button presses. Trying to cook food for people. I've done some for Diablo. I've done some NES games. I've done Super Dodgeball and Pictionary. You know, the ones that everyone loves.
Classics. Steph's classics.
Those
Yeah.
Those are my top NES games.
Yes.
As everyone leaves the chat.
Steph's favorites.
it's. I mean, granted, I do find those games kind of relaxing, but
Yeah, they are. And there's some button presses to do in there. That
yeah,
Cook Serve Delicious one is good.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even see this guy here. Sorry, hold on. No. I don't
Yeah,
hear.
she's
I don't have
chasing
the
the
sound down
goblin.
very loud, so I can't hear the goblins.
Oh, you little goblin. Maybe you ought to inspect that goblin a little closer with your
I have,
monocle.
I have Clue, Clue on there as well. So
Yeah.
I
Was
mean, it's
it
just
Professor
starting.
Plum or Colonel Mustard? Yeah, Comeback Kid says the OG Steph Doom 3 streams. Yeah, I
Oh my
remember those.
gosh, yeah. Though I don't know if Doom is. I mean, I would fall asleep watching it, but I don't know. Maybe some people may not.
Well, if you fall asleep, listen to ASMR, right? I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, some games are probably more relaxing than others. I'm sure me screaming
Mm-hmm.
"oh fuck" into the microphone as something scares me is not going
Yeah.
to be very ASMR-ish.
She's like, oh, fuck, fuck. Yeah, so she's working on that. There's a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes. She's putting together videos. And, yeah. So those might be uploaded at some point. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I had a few that I made before, and then Jason's like, "Why don't you just actually post it?" I want to. I just want to make sure I have, like, I guess enough ready in case like something were to happen and during a week and I can't record. Um, then I at least have something for backup. Plus, I can only play like one Nintendo game at a time because I get horrible Nintendo thumb. Oh my gosh.
Dude, you grip the controller.
I do.
Like, you grip that controller. I don't even know, harder than something. I could come
I
up with
like
a
leave
joke,
indents in my finger. That's how
yeah,
hard.
like we were playing Switch one time.
It was like a racing game, wasn't it? Or I
Y-
don't know what it
yeah,
was.
we were playing Mario Kart.
Oh, that's right.
Mario Kart. And after the round, I look over at her and she's got this like weird face, like she just hurt herself. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she pulls her hand away from the controller, and there's an exact copy imprint of the joystick buttons in her thumb. And I'm like, Jesus! It was so funny. I'm like, damn, the harder you press it, the faster you go, I guess.
Yeah, that was my thinking.
It's so funny because, like, as you know, as the racing games go, I do the same thing with the triggers. I'm like, I'm gonna break this fucking controller. But yeah, you really do hammer down on those things. It's so funny.
Oh, did I miss the pet goblin? No! I didn't see it. I usually use the audio trigger for
My
it.
little pet goblin.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
What
Yeah,
happened?
see?
What
Do
happened?
that too. If you lean, it helps you like move faster.
Oh, but what happened?
Oh, what?
Oh man. Oh man. I don't think I have. Oh, I have one last thing here, and then yeah, then pretty much we're kind of wrapping it up here. Yeah, because look, it's already been an hour, hour and 15 minutes. This is kind of like a podcast episode length,
Wow.
you know, just like that. Did you get any grinding done? Did you get anything accomplished?
Yeah, I started off at level 20. I'm level 36 now, so
Okay.
I got some done. Yeah, I'm trying to get
Did you
in.
get did you get the cream of some young guy? Is that what you got? Is that the potion that you got?
I can't think of anything clever.
Yeah, you like that one. You like that one. No, you don't. Okay.
Nope.
But Steph, did you hear about the dwarf that got kicked out of the nudist colony?
No. Why?
Oh, you didn't? That's crazy. Yeah. Evidently, he had his nose in everyone's business. Because he's short.
Yeah, I get it. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? They don't spell dark with the letter C?
No, why?
Because you can't see in the dark.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, guys.
Wow. That's pretty good. What did the grape do when it got stepped on?
What did it do?
It let out a little whine.
You're welcome. I love dad jokes.
They are good. But, next weekend I was thinking about taking you out to maybe a show or something, but I was looking around and I saw that there's a few concerts in town that are coming through, but well, I mean, what concert costs 45 cents?
A concert that costs 45 cents? I don't know.
Yeah. 50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Oh my god! That was
Yeah, you like that.
clever.
You like that. Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
Where did you hear that one from?
Thanks, E-Dub. She's cheering. She loves it. She loves it.
Aw,
E-Dub.
thank
Oh,
you.
it took the top spot from the
Wow.
homie Cody. Thank you, E-Dub. Took the top spot. Where's Alric? Where's Cody? Is he still here? He's fucking pissed. He's pissed right now.
Thank you
Should
so
text him.
much.
Thanks, E-Dub. But Erin, I was curious. When we talk about food a lot, we have a lot. We like Wendy's and stuff. But did you hear about that restaurant that's on the moon? Erin, did you hear about that one? See if she heard about that. She may have already heard about it.
I didn't hear about this one.
Oh, she didn't. Oh man, great food, no atmosphere.
I thought you were gonna say it's out of this world.
That's a good one too. Could have went there. Could have went there.
That's like an awful dad joke, though.
Well, hey, not all of these are winners.
No, I
okay?
said no. If it were to be that, I like the no atmosphere one better.
Yeah.
Good food, but no atmosphere. I can't think of any more. I used to know a bunch.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of any other ones.
You have to start
I
writing
mean,
some of them down.
Unless you want to hear a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it.
Oh. Is that what it is?
Did you like that one too? Did you like that one?
Yep. Still needs work.
No, still needs work. Well, you like penguins, right? You're a big fan of penguins.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to think of one about a penguin.
Oh.
How does a penguin build its house?
I don't know. They don't, do they?
It sure does. It glues it together.
Oh
It glues
gosh.
it together.
Yep.
Come on. It's a penguin joke for you. You love penguins.
Like, that. No, thank you. I like that one a lot.
Oh, whatever. You're forcing that one out.
No, it was good. It's cute.
I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs.
Oh.
Sawin's got one in chat. Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Oh my god.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
It sounds even funnier when you say it.
It does. It does.
Outstanding
Oh
in
my
his
God.
field. I like that one a lot.
Oh my God. That is good.
Speaking of scarecrows. Oh, good, Erin. I'm glad that's been working for you. It is pretty cool. It's like that Twitch RPG thing, right? Totally worth
Oh,
it
cool.
to get the bits.
Yeah, nice, nice.
But
That's good to hear.
speaking of, um, what is it? Scarecrows. Didn't the Scary Stories movie come out with Harold?
Harold.
The Scarecrow.
Harold.
You remember that one? That one was creepy.
I don't remember that one.
That was
Is that the one with Mike that gets kissed by the sheriff? Is his name Mike? Yeah, he gets kissed in the bed and he tucks him in.
No, that's Harvester.
Oh,
No,
Harvester.
The Scary Stories to read in the dark that based on the like the old childhood scary books from like the 90s.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's a good book. The pictures in there still freak me out, man.
Yeah,
They're still scary even today.
The art, like, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised actually that they allowed that art in there because it is so unnerving. Even like as an adult, I'm like, I don't want to read this at night and look at the photos.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know the movie's coming out, and I think I saw on Instagram someone posted, I guess a movie theater had an image of Harold, the Scarecrow.
Harold.
Yeah, that's so funny that his name's Harold.
Harold.
What was the? Did you ever read those books?
Hell yeah, I did in elementary school.
What was Did you have a favorite story?
Yeah, it was the one with the green like ooze, or the green slime or something. Let me see if I can look it up.
I don't remember.
It really freaked me out.
Green slime.
What
Wow,
was it called? Scary Stories at Night?
Scary Stories to read in the dark or something?
Yeah.
Ah, see, yeah, binary. I don't know if I could have it on my wall. Like, I'd wake up in the middle of the night to, like, get some water or something. And to have that staring back at me, it would freak me out. That's pretty cool, though, that I didn't know they had them in hardcover.
They're so creepy looking. Oh my god. The Thing, remember that one? Oh. Just looking at pictures of it. Seriously, these pictures that were drawn in the 90s are like more scary than some of half the shit that's put out today.
I know. And to think, like, they tried to actually, didn't they replace, like, we saw them at the Goodwill, like, they tried to replace the images and they were, like, not creepy at all. I mean, honestly, those were probably more creepy than the stories.
Like re-releases or something weird?
Yeah, it was like a re-release. I think we grabbed them. Did we?
I think you thought about it, but didn't.
Yeah, maybe I didn't get those. I think I still have my original. I only had the. I never had the first one. I had the second and third one. What do I need? I need pants.
But I mean, I do have a question for chat.
I fucking need gloves. God. Sorry, go
If
ahead.
any of you witness a robbery at the Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
God.
That one was really bad.
Uh,
But it was so good. with the delivery, right?
Oh
No,
yeah, you
no,
nailed it.
no. Yeah,
Nailed it. Eyewitness, you say? God.
Stephanie's so good at sleeping; she can do it with her eyes closed. All right. Actually, no. There's one last thing I want to talk about before we say goodbye to everyone. Um, Something that has been brought up many times, and we've talked about it, tried to do something with it, is merch, merch. And I have attempted to do some merch in the past. Remember in 20, this was 2014. Remember that sock company that wrote to me? Remember that stuff? I have them
Yes.
over here still somewhere.
Yeah, you never did anything with that.
No, because I'm like, who the fuck wants to buy socks with my stupid, ugly face on it?
Well, then people can
Nobody.
say that you stink.
Yeah. I should put pictures of my tight butt on there or something. No, nobody. It's like, no, I appreciate you guys. Like, they sent me I think I posted the picture in Discord. Um, they're really nice socks. They're very comfortable. They're like dress socks. They're very comfortable. Probably
Yeah,
the nicest
they're
pair of
nice
socks
and
I own.
yeah, they're nice and like they're good quality.
Yeah, they are. But I was like, I don't think I'll be able to sell socks. So socks. So, but what is happening is merch. Want to do some merch. I've been kicking around the idea. So I need a drop shipper. And there's a few places, a few websites that offer it, Merchly and a couple of others. And I've sort of done some research here and I've been looking at it. I need to find something that integrates with my website or allows me to have a an actual store or storefront where I can give them my designs. They can put it on shirts, hats, mugs, whatever the case may be, and then they, like you as a customer, would buy it from them. They would handle all the back end of producing it, printing it, packing, shipping, and supporting it. And they take a little bigger cut, obviously, to do this, but still, it's split and allows me to make a little income. They make some income, and it works out. And I think it's really cool. And the benefit is that there's merch. It'd be cool. And so I've been kicking it around, and it's funny because Salwin wrote me the other day and was like, "You need Heine House merch. I want some merch." And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And then
She's a smart lady.
she's probably like, sorry, I asked now because I went into the whole thing. It's like, I have been researching this forever and trying to find the right thing. I don't want to just jump into like, everyone says they can do it, but not all are created equal, right?
Mm.
And I don't want a really low quality shirt. I don't want shitty ass merch, right? I
Yeah,
can
you don't
go
want it to fade after the first wash.
because we have purchased stuff that has faded in one wash, and we're like, bro, where's my soundboard? Bro. What? So I don't want to do that. I want
What's
to get a
wrong
high
with you?
quality item. But she suggested I go look at designed by humans, and we went and looked at that. So far, that site it looks pretty good. The quality looks to be on par. Everything looks nice. So I sent him an email.
Oh God.
Oh
Sorry.
God,
Go
are you
ahead.
gonna
No.
die here?
No, I don't want them to go away.
Okay.
Did I? Oh fuck! No, come back! No, I can't kill them fast enough.
Oh my God. Look at all these little guys.
I know. No, he escaped. Damn it.
Wow,
Ugh.
they are just hammering him in the corner there.
I think Oop. It doesn't help that this guy, like, every time I click, he's like, "Oh, you want me to do my spikes? No, I want you to run." I need to. There we go. Remap my running button.
Lot of blood. So Edub and
Sorry.
Samhain both have said that they've ordered from them and been happy. So that is a good sign. So yeah, I sent
Oh.
him an email. Hopefully I hear back. I haven't heard back from him yet. I sent it on Thursday, so we'll give them a little time to respond. I'm sure they have a lot of people they talk to. But that'd be great if I could set up a storefront and I could integrate it on my site. Basically, like a link back to it. And yeah, probably have to come up with a few fun new Heine House designs, but I think it'd be cool. No, maybe something podcast related, Heine House live podcast. Maybe I don't know something else. Picture a Harold, maybe a
Gosh.
Mr. Monocle, or maybe Hillbilly the Billy. Maybe you know you never know. Could be fun. But that's the last thing I wanted to mention was that maybe some merch is in store. So you see, there's a lot going on in our world over here. Everything from jobs and scheduling changing to um, possibly some more stuff on Patreon. We've got lots of music that's happening, video game music, personal music, lots of projects, lots of podcast redesign and movement going on
Oh,
here.
the boombox as a pin? That'd be cool.
That is a great idea for sure. See, this is great. Let's put it back. Yeah, that's great. I appreciate all that feedback. If you have an idea for something that would be um, fun for Heine House design, the boombox would be great. Um, and if you're also into design, I'm going to put that out there too. If you're into design and feel that you would be able to help design something for me, I would be open to looking at that and purchasing a design from you. That would be I would be willing to do that absolutely. I think it'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah, pins. I didn't even think about pins. Those are cool. People like pins.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
I like hats.
Your
So
face
I
is a
would
pin. Yeah. The O face.
the O face. Oh god, that would be funny. It actually, I think it'd make a perfect pin, to be honest. Thrift and time bumper stickers, brilliant,
I like
brilliant.
that.
Like my face and your face on both ends, and then in the middle it says thrift and time in bold
Oh
text.
my gosh.
Dude, that's it. Oh, we gotta design something like that. Oh, that would be so good. So good. Yeah. Okay, easy now, ladies. You're easy. Invisible wall. Remember that when I hit
Oh
that
my
invisible wall, my
gosh.
truck flipped?
Yes.
Yeah, E-dub. A buy now sticker. With a little smooch.
Oh my
Little smooch on
gosh.
top. Buy now.
See, this is why
I'm so
I'm
glad we asked.
glad
That's
you
it.
asked them, because yeah, we would never
Mhm.
have came up with cool ideas like that.
Exactly. That's why you guys are so amazing. We love you. It's hilarious. No, I love that idea though. Those are two things I'm taking away from this. The pins and the stickers are great ideas. Thrift and time sticker, pins, face as a pin. The boom box should be honestly the boom box should be something that's a T-shirt of some sort. Maybe the
Yeah,
boom
it's pretty
box with
iconic.
like yeah. Probably would need a redesign because the way I have it now, it's not a T-shirt or logo needs to be like bold and with less shit going on with it, right? So I love this idea though. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh, little Bobby face on a pin. Yeah,
Aww.
that would be
Make
so
a little
cute.
bob pin.
Look at his face, just looking right at you.
With like a little nugget.
A chicken nugget as a pin. Fuck. Yes, this is all so good. Does Designed by Human do pins? A pin 4-pack. Yes.
My meat. uh,
Yes, sauce packets.
you know
Oh
what?
yeah.
Yeah, that game was weird, but there's so many iconic moments that have come from that game.
It really is. This is hilarious.
Yeah, little sauce packets. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been extremely fun.
Hmm. Yes.
This has been good. And we appreciate all of you for coming out and saying hi and having a great laugh
Yeah,
with
I
us.
definitely needed it. Thank you guys.
First of all, we both have missed all of you so much. And thankful this is our one day this week, that we can kind of just have to ourselves. And we wanted to get online and talk to you and say hi. It's been great.
Yeah, it is nice to play games in chat.
Yeah, Edub says soundboard phrases too. You could
Ah!
have like just funny like sayings, like hashtag something. Be really funny too. A lot of cool shirt ideas. I think it would be cool to start something small and
Oh, what?
see how it goes and then
Shit.
build it up.
Where'd he go? Ah! Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
No.
Well, I think I'll wrap up the I'll do an end cap here. We're at 2 hours here. It's about an hour and 45 minutes for the audio stuff. So again, thanks to everyone for watching. HeineHouse.com. You guys know the website. And thanks for listening to this episode. It's not a non-traditional episode, but hopefully next week we'll be back to our regular scheduled format once everything gets set up, and we'll be back in the swing of things.
Thanks,
So
guys.
thanks.
Thanks for dealing with my nubby necro plays.
No, it's actually a ton of fun to watch, and I don't know what in the fuck is going on in this game, but I love seeing all this shit go down, and it gets very heated, and it's good. So thanks to you, Steph. I'm pressing my number 5 key on the soundboard right now, which is the applause.
Aw.
There it goes. It's my virtual one, but there it goes. So thanks for playing and streaming. I hope you got a little bit of leveling done.
Yeah, no, I'm almost to level 40. That's great.
Excellent. And thanks everyone on Twitch for hanging out.
Yeah.
We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Catch you guys later.
Bye now.
Bye now.